Come on, then. Top back four then. What have you got in your fantasy team? Both of you. Go on.
I haven't done mine yet, so
Or
I did.
you guys can enlighten me. No, I'm too busy draft preparing. I don't have time for this
I'm
weak
so
ass
annoying that.
fantasy Premier League stuff.
Are you still
Hey,
playing
we've got DEF CONs now.
I know, yeah.
We're just as try hard as you are now.
It's so good. It's really opened up like
Wait, what is it?
midfield
What are
and
you guys on
defense.
about?
Defensive
Defensive
contributions
contributions.
now give points
Oh,
in FPL.
Yeah, such a good idea.
They have to hit 10 in a game, and then they get +2 points.
It gives a real added element because now the mid-tier defenders that are traditionally centre backs and don't attack at all, like now they're kind of in the mix, like Anderson and Tarkovsky.
I've exposed both of you to draft fantasy football where we like take into account every little thing already. Surely this should put you in good stead for.
Yeah,
we've already got the prep.
I got Tarkovsky in there. I was debating.
Big Tarkovsky. How many areas can he win?
He is the top. Like last season, he is the top defensive contributions defender.
And
oh yeah, because they would have taken all the stats from last year already, right?
Correct.
It's Murillo and Milenkovic as well. They're tippy top as well. But
yeah, but I think Forest overperformed a lot.
But yeah, I agree.
They will still be defend. They still will like sit back and defend.
There's so many people who are still picking Sells as their keeper, and I think there's just so many better 5 mil options.
I mean, it's either him or Sanchez, right? I think those are the only two 5 million.
No, Joe. He said there were so many others. Okay.
Not 5 mil, but they're 5 mil and under.
Yeah.
There are a lot of options, and I think people are overlooking Sama, Jose Sama.
They are woeful. I think they could go down.
Yeah.
Ben, I know you've got your team right there. You can.
Wolves' starting 11 is absolute bog.
I got
share your current team. Go on.
So it's Sanchez. So I'm playing 4-3-4-3. Sanchez.
Are you showing it on the screen? You're having to guess what formation you're doing.
I know. I've done about 10, 15 drafts by this point. It's just so much options, so many good options and ways to play this year. But I've got Tarkovsky, Virgil, Guardiol. So I've gone big on.
You are big in the back.
I was debating going 5 in the back this year.
He did say this.
Midfield, I've got Anderson, Forest.
Yeah.
And Jai from Everton.
Right, hold on. So all you've done is you've looked at an FPL YouTube and just copied a team.
No,
because I'm already hearing all of these names. You didn't know who Njai was until 2 days ago. I guarantee it.
No. He's the penalty taker for Everton, and I think Everton.
Yes, this is the exact wording that I've heard from an FPL podcast.
Everton are going to have a good year this year. And
are they?
Are they?
Yeah, I think they're going to have a good year this year. Anyway, Njai, Anderson.
Yeah, 2 players you definitely knew about.
Parma Salah.
Yeah.
Well, it was either Njai or Kudus.
Yeah.
Why Kudus?
And then
is that
because Madison's out and Son's gone and he's 6.5. He is cheap.
But Njai is my whole philosophy this year was that I want to play players.
My philosophy
is to copy YouTubers.
No, they're 100% playing, 100% playing every game.
Well, I don't think Anderson's 100% playing.
Yeah, he is. What? He's fine. And then the front three are Mateta, Solanke, and
Solanke might be injured, so that's not 100% playing.
Mateta, Solanke, and Watkins, Ollie Watkins.
Yeah. I mean, our teams are.
Considering you're both watching the same FPL YouTubers, I can't imagine it being very.
I don't watch YouTube. I don't.
I guarantee you would not have got to enjoy an Anderson without the help of YouTube.
I don't.
We just need to check the SpillTheTeaCG history on YouTube.
I guarantee.
Go for it. Go for it.
You've been on FPL. What's his name? Andy. You've been listening to Andy loads. You've been listening to.
I do watch. The only one I do watch is Let's Talk FPL.
Yeah, that's Andy.
But his team.
You don't watch anything.
His team is completely different to mine.
His team is
has he mentioned every single one of those players?
Correct.
Well, yeah, of course they would. Because who wouldn't? They're good players. Who
I'm
wouldn't?
just cracking up. I just love that you're like copying their logic for the pick as your own. That's my
No,
favorite
you
thing.
know,
You're
you know
parroting
why,
their
you know
logic.
why I would disrepute that is because they've all picked João Pedro, and I haven't gone João Pedro this year. I don't think he's nailed on.
Well, it depends if Jackson doesn't go. It's worse.
But
I mean, I
surely,
do have João. I
but
do think João Pedro has enough. His ownership's so high that if he does start well, you just won't be able to afford him.
mm,
So I'm starting him.
Let's put Joe. Before I know you probably said your team's quite similar. Are we putting money on it? If we put money on it, I'll play.
Well,
We'll
me
put
and
the same
Rav are
pot
already on a
money.
lotto rollover from
Oh,
finishing
okay, we do tie.
equal last season.
how
I'm
much
happy to put
how
money
much are we
on.
talking? 50 quid?
The only thing is, I now know that
I'd
Rab's
put
just going to
50. Yeah.
copy the same YouTuber all season and
That's
just.
Yeah,
that's
he'll
such
do
a
crap.
lie. No, I'm not. It's just that's not how I play. I'm my own I'm my own individual little flower. I do not do that.
Yeah.
Name another YouTuber with that front three. Dude.
Did you have Watkins, Solanke,
Mateta,
Mateta?
Solanke,
Mateta is quite rogue.
Yeah. Nailed
I
on.
think most.
Nailed on.
Huh?
Nailed
How
on.
much is Mateta?
7.5.
Oh, that's high. That's why you don't see him in anyone's
Right,
team.
I know
It
we're
was
talking a
either
lot of FPL, but he's also playing European football this year.
Yeah, but at the start of the season, you can still have him.
it was either
You have double chips this year, Dow.
yeah.
Okay.
It was
So
either
for the
Mateta
first half of the
or
season, you get to use every chip, and then you get a refund. You get to start again.
Good.
it was either Mateta or
Chris
swap.
Woods at 7.5.
Yeah, but what I was going to do was I was going to swap.
7.5?
He's gone up a lot because of his
I-
stats from last year.
I was going to swap Anderson for Beneba and Mateta to Jared Bowen. I could have done that.
One last question.
I don't
Are
like
the
Bowen as a
defensive
striker.
are the defensive stats available for midfielders as well? Or is it just
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct for mids. So that's why Rab has Anderson, because he is a defensive contributions machine.
But I was also thinking about Tielemans. He's a good one as well.
Yeah, is he 6 mil? He's like a weird price that's
6
annoying.
mil and takes direct free kicks. So
Yeah,
think about it. Think about it.
You getting all this information from your YouTube videos?
Yeah, pretty
it
much.
sounds like he's getting all this. Like all the key points he's hitting on are all like the YouTuber points.
Right. Okay. So
Like
we
by the
sticking.
book.
We're sticking 50 quid on it this year each. Yeah.
50 quid.
I mean, it's a year commitment. I could.
They make
I
it.
could
They make
put
it.
more, but
They make it
50 quid's
spicy.
fine if you want.
50. Come on.
And we'll
All right.
and we'll make sure we'll include the bonus Werber's link for anyone else who's going to join us.
Bonus
Yeah,
Werber's
who won it
link.
last year
I'll
again?
put it in the. I
Rebecca
think it's
won it
Rebecca,
last year.
Yeah, Rebecca.
I know. We probably should set a Spill the TCG league to see how many people we actually get.
I bet we get quite a lot. I think.
Oh.
All the Welsh lot.
I don't know if we would.
Oh, I
The
don't know.
Welsh lot.
I don't know. I got
I'm also tryharding though, obviously based on the YouTubers. I've got a 4-way defensive 4.5 defender rotation. So there you go.
Ooh.
If that's not tryhard, I don't know what is.
Is it one Basaka?
No. Diouf. I've gone the other West Ham
you
defender.
got the left back because he's more attacking
Yeah.
version.
You're not gone
He's high on my list. He's up on my list on my draft.
Yes, yes.
Conser van der Ven.
I'm a fan.
I've got Van der Ven. I don't have Conser. I've got Anderson from Fulham.
There was another 4.5 that I liked as well. It's De Croupier from Brighton. I don't know if that's how you say it.
I don't know enough about him.
It's a right back. It's pretty good.
Pretty good.
I don't know why Alex just keeps laughing.
I think
at everything I say.
Williams from
What's
Palace is
pretty
a good. Williams from Palace is a good rotation, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going set and forget Virgil, and then just rotate those 4.5s,
No, very good.
and then my midfield and attack are quite similar to yours. I've got 2 7.5s and Watkins, I haven't decided the 7.5s. Just depends on transfers and stuff. Like I think Wissa could be really good if the
If he stays.
striker jiggle happens, or if it doesn't happen.
And
You don't like Wissa?
I'm off Wissa. He's very goal reliant. I mean, I guess it's FPL, but he's very goal reliant, right? I don't know how good Brentford are going to be.
He'll get penalties though, I imagine.
I don't think. I think Brentford are on a downward trend.
Yeah, I mean they're a big risk, but I think they'll play the same tactics.
You'd hope so.
Well,
They got a continuation with their manager being in the previous set piece coach, right?
What I would say is that if Visa does go, Thiago, their second striker, is only 6 mil.
That's true enough. And you do that
there's
all on
no
your
one
own.
else.
So
Shut up.
Right. I think that's enough of.
What's Thiago's first name? I beg.
think it's just.
I'll give you 50 quid right now if you can tell me that.
I think it's just
I know
Thiago.
that as well.
Oh, that's the twist.
I was a big fan of his for last year, then he got injured.
I think it's just Thiago.
It's
definitely not just Thiago.
That's FPL for you.
Like
We're back. Check the link in the description for the bonus Werther's one, which has been going for a few years now. I have won it a couple years ago. But
now your dad beats you all the time.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Oh, don't get me started. That was today. I had 3 individual meetings with him trying to do his FPL team. The first 2, well, the first one was him unable to log in. Right, that was 15 minutes. He went, "Oh, I've got to have an actual meeting now." Then it was him trying to pick his name, and honestly, I think he's losing it. I think he's losing his marbles because it was just incoherent sentences, and he couldn't understand that you had a 20 character limit. And then he kept asking me to put emojis in. And I was like, "You need to stop." So yeah,
Very
all
good.
good. And then I did his team, obviously.
Yeah.
It's time. We
it's
talked
time.
It's
It's
10
time.
minutes.
It's been 10, 11 minutes, yeah. Welcome everybody back to the SpillTheTeaCG podcast. My name is Benjamin Yard. I'm joined again by Alex Dow and Joe Bernard. If you've gone through the first 10 minutes and you skipped to this part, we had such a good laugh in the past hour. It's just unmissable. So definitely go back and have a listen to some.
They're probably thinking, "Wow, that's already been 10 minutes. It's flown by." It's probably what they're thinking, I imagine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But boys, it's one of the most important times of the season for any Pokémon TCG fan, player, or enthusiast.
I'd say the most, actually,
the most,
in many regards.
Yeah. It's the week before the World Championships in Anaheim. Excitement in the air. A lot of people testing, secret testing going on. There's online testing going on. People trying to pick their deck lists before the World Championships for those competitors, but also people looking and being they're eager to see what's going to come out on top in such an untested format. But before we get started on more of the serious discussion around meta and breakdowns and tier lists, which are the most important parts, what have you both been up to in the Pokemon world? I know, Joe, have you continued your streak of cups and challenges?
Yeah, first cup of the season last weekend. I decided to play Joltik Box because I think it's well positioned in the meta. And I got a top 4. I faced 3 Zards in Swiss, which was a lovely treat, lovely surprise. That's quite a good matchup. And I ended up being bested by Ethan's Typhlosion deck, which is a very poor matchup. I prized my Night Stretcher and second hands in game 1, so I had no win condition, and then game 2 I just full bricked, so I had no chance, even though it was a tough matchup. They did play Pidgeot, so there's a chance for me to take a single prize knockout, take 3 on Pidgeot because I played Future Booster, and then Amp once, but I could never even attempt to execute the plan because I just drew badly or prized what I needed.
Fair enough. Any other tournaments?
That's the only one I've played. Oh, did I play a challenge before that as well? I can't remember now, going back a couple of weeks.
Sorry, did you say you've only played one and I didn't listen?
That's my first cup. I've played 3 challenges. I've played 1 cup.
Okay, fair.
That was in Birmingham, in the new Griffin's Games. It was a 51-player cup. Pretty good, honestly.
Yeah, I know Tamao, I don't know where Tamao went, but he said his was 61
Yeah.
players.
61.
Yeah, and
Players are out in form right now.
I felt so sorry for him because, of course, he messaged at about maybe 11:30, quarter to 12, saying, "Oh, I lost the final." And I was like, "Oh my god!" Staying up until 11:30.
Like old times.
Playing
Yeah.
for 40 points. That is wild. But yeah, League Cup attendance is really high in the UK right now, especially the more north you get, which is great to see.
Certainly don't get that down south.
No, certainly not. Dad, what about yourself, mate?
I've played a challenge just on a whim because it was like fairly close to me, like half an hour drive, and that's close. So I'll take that. Came second. I played Gardevoir. I probably would have played. I've been playing a lot of Jolted Box online actually.
Have you?
Yeah, only because again, Oliver
Fast
Fenley's
wins.
been playing it.
Oh yeah.
And he's been just trying to. He's had some weird numbers and counts of Pokemon in his list, and I've been trying to fix it for him. But yeah, it's just something that's actually quite enjoyable, despite it being linear for the first couple of turns. But then it becomes quite interesting in terms of how you find your matchups. But yeah, second place at a challenge. Nothing too much to really talk about, to be honest. I didn't really get to play much Pokemon, or at least my opponents didn't. So. And if I just get set up, it was kind of okay. And then my loss was against like Grimmsnarl, which, again, is someone I know, and we were just mucking about. But once he got 2 more Grims and 2 Grimmsnarls up, I can Monkey Dory all I want and confuse all I want, but it gets to a point where it's just inevitable. So yeah, that was that. A bit of poke. That's my last bit of poke until post Worlds, I guess.
Oh, very good. Nice.
Yourself, Benjamin? I know you love Pokemon.
No,
you go to League every 2 days. You have about 15 cups around you now.
No, not anymore. I feel hungover when I go into League now. I come back home and then I have to go to work the next day and get up at 6:30, and I'm just absolutely... But no, unfortunately, no poke for me the past couple of weeks, but I do have a League Cup on Saturday, and the deck choice, the activity in my head, it's intense up there right now about the deck choices I have.
It's really happening right now.
It's really happening. It's like a pinball, just going back and forth. I've got either Crustle, Slowking, although I did order the wrong Haxorus. So I will have to find a new one.
Come on, you can 24-hour it from Magic House like you
I'm
normally
not
do.
doing that for £8. They increased the price recently. I'm not next ordering one card because the most embarrassing thing is when you order next day from Magic and like you only buy like a couple of cards for your deck or whatever. They ship it in a box. It's like a massive cardboard box, but inside is the little like paper like leaflet thing. So you order all that packaging for one card, and then Harriet just has a go. So no, not anymore. And then
It's just because you can't hide it from Harriet when you order cards.
Yeah,
isn't it?
that's what it is.
Yeah, pretty much. And
You've got a system where if it's a letter, it can go underneath the carpet.
Well, no, I have to convince Harriet that they're not good cards, because they're not. I'm ordering like Festival Lead and stuff. I'm not ordering any like expensive EX cards, so I have to convince. I can buy like 10 of these for one of these.
So whilst you're doing these awful card orders, sandwiched between them are your cube card orders, which are like 20, 30 quid a pop.
That's the secret. But I think I'm going to stick to Heatran. I've been playing quite a lot of it, and I find it quite fun.
Metang Heatran.
Yeah, it's very fun.
Gigas.
Every player I beat on the little Limitless tournaments, they always comment saying "fun deck," "cool deck."
Cool deck, bro.
Cool deck. Thumbs up. It's literally you get into it. It's such a good deck. I can't emphasize it enough.
And stick around because we do have a tier list coming later. So stick around to see where we place Metang Heatran Gigas on the tier list.
Imagine this, right? You're against Dragapult and you have 3 Regigigas rearing to go on your bench. There's nothing you can do.
There's literally nothing they can do.
Yeah, so unfortunately no live action thus far these past couple of weeks, but of course, like I said, got that couple of weekend, which I'm looking forward to. Yeah, that's about it really. Been enjoying the football season actually, because Cardiff has started this season, Celtic has started their season as well, Rangers drew as well, which is great. So
I am
all good.
hungry for football to return. I
Yeah.
need it now.
Yeah,
And hence our 10-minute chat at the start.
Yeah.
Of the match. Yeah, I'm literally
yeah, I'm itching.
salivating.
Itching.
Football.
Yeah.
'Cause, you know, United are signing players and we're splashing the cash. Anyway, we don't need to talk about that.
Yeah. I did decorate this room actually. That was a highlight of my one weekend. I
Ooh, well
decorated this room and I didn't get anything on the light switches. So there you go.
There you go.
Wait,
There you go.
wait. What did you do to the room? Decorated it.
I
Painted.
just painted it.
I painted it.
But I'm going to be putting what you have, I think, the wood panels.
My slatting, the
Th-
wood
this-
slatting.
yeah, paneling, slatting.
Yeah,
Thank you.
they're really cheap now, so they're actually quite
Yeah,
worth it,
you can
and
just-
they're good soundproofing.
Yeah, you can just stick them on the wall. So I'm just going to do that, I think. Yeah.
Wait, Alex, where you're looking, you have slatting, do you?
Yeah. So
Okay,
it's
okay.
in front of me. It's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
for you guys. It's for
quite-
me.
Quite a classic look. It's
No,
like
I might turn my desk around at one point and eventually go around. But
Yeah, very good. So on to the Pokemon chat, which you've all been, I'm sure, eagerly waiting for after our personal chat. I think
and sell it.
I think the first thing, yeah, sell it. I'm really trying to sell it to you. The first thing we'll get into before we do the tier list is going to be one of the meta breakdowns, or it's kind of a long distant cousin of that. It's the Limitless online events, which Joe has thankfully, as always, put together and posted on his X account. These are always so great to see, especially towards such a big tournament like Worlds. Usually you do them. I don't know how often you do these. It's definitely not enough, but do you do it?
Whenever it's a new format, I do it. I do
Yeah.
the first few weeks of every new format.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
Not enough. Do you know how long this takes? I'm doing it manually because I don't know how to use computers.
Is it on the cloud?
Yeah, it must be.
Delete that shortcut.
What? Short what?
Yeah, but I'll go through it for the people listening to the pod, not watching on YouTube. S tier we have Dragapult, and it's many different variants, but the most successful variant is going to be the Dust Noir build, then solo or straight Dragapult, and then with Charizard, and then ends Zoroark, which is reminiscent of Steven Ivanov's deck back from NAIC, right? And then of course we get into the A tier. Goldengo still surging in popularity among many in the player base. Then we have
That's the best individual performer. Like,
Yes.
it would be above Dragapult if I split them into individual decks. Just worth noting.
yeah, good point. Yeah, so Dragapult we have so the number is going to be the points, right?
Which mean the
So the 9,063 for Dragapult.
yeah, that's combined Pult builds
Right.
is
Okay.
9,000
Yeah.
points.
And then that's split across the 4 variants. And then we have Goldengo with 5,000. Yeah, 160.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Then we have Marley's Grimmsnarl coming behind that, and then we have Charizard and its other variants. So Pidgeot at Dust Noir and with Noctowl being its least popular. Then we have Gardevoir. It's quite the split between the conventional Gardevoir and Jellicent. That split is a little bit more damning. So out of the 3,361 Gardevoir, just under 3,000 of them are the straight Gardevoir, the conventional Gardevoir,
So
and then
that
only
is,
300 with the Jellicent.
just to quickly chat on that. I think there could be some that are reported as Bog Guardy that have like a 1/1 line. Just a small like Limitless thing or a Trainer Hill thing.
The way,
But generally, I think there's a lot of cynicism around Jelly.
Yeah. I think how I see it is that 370 with strictly Jellicent is like the committed.
That's your 2/2
2/2
plus a Devo. Yeah,
It's
exactly.
it's that committed builds that we've been speaking about before.
Mhm.
It's interesting actually. 2 weeks ago, obviously, in our last pod, we were speaking about how we see this list going. The Gardevoir list being, how are people going to treat it? Are they going to be inputting Jellicent at all? Is it a 1/1? What's best for the deck? So it'd be interesting, I suppose, to see at Worlds how people treat that list, if they include the 1/1 or if they just go, you know what, this is too much of a headache. I'm just gonna stay conventional. And then following on to the B tier, we have your more aggressive builds. You have Raging Bolt there, 2,580. Then Ethan's Typhlosion, Miraidon, Iron Hands. I guess that's
Joltik Box.
Yeah, Joltik Box. Then we have Crustle, then Flareon. I think Crustle.
Here we go.
Is this getting more popular? I see more and more Crustles.
It's getting massively popular.
Yeah.
It's like the 12th most popular.
Yeah, it's getting more and more attention put to it. And we usually see it with these safeguard type builds, right? If they're under the radar, if they're unseen, people are less likely to put in those tech cards, put in this one of answers to these type of decks. But I guess the more popular they get, especially as we get into Worlds, you don't want to be losing to that Crustle. Do lists kind of chop and change a little bit to have these answers, or do you want to stay consistent for the most important tournament of the year? So, yeah, it'd be.
I think it partly popped up because Golden Go typically doesn't have or can't be bothered to play an answer. So that was and that's really popular online. So that's like the origin of why it crept up, and then we start to see that it could be actually a decent amount of decks.
And actually, I'll come on to that in a minute. Actually, the Golden Go conversation, because I know you've done some really, really helpful YouTube videos on spotlights on deck lists before Worlds.
Still more to come.
Yeah, so
should be a grim start tonight if we get this done in time.
Yeah,
we'll see.
We'll come on to that in a minute. And then C list, C tier. Sorry, we have your other builds. So we have the Oak Ponds, the Mugidori Frostlass, the Ho-Oh, the Zoroarks, the Roaring Moons, Miraidon, which I'm guessing is the electric.
Yeah, so that's more like generator based. Some will be Eels, some will be Magnet.
Yeah, and then Pidgeot Control, Milotic, and then Ceruledge. But of course, these are conventionally going to be less popular because they do tend to not have a fantastic time into these top builds, but people will still enjoy repping these lists, which is always good for variety in the format. I suppose comparing to 2 weeks ago, Golden Go being our top most played, most represented. I don't think we saw I don't think we saw it presented where Dragapult was combined. It was that split. So I think Golden Go keeping that surge going in popularity. Do you think we'll see that in Worlds now as well, Alex?
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about that specifically. I'm sorry, I'm kind of just like, obviously I had to listen to the whole tweet, as it were, but I'm just trying to get clarity on. It was a lot of information to take in, considering I didn't have it up myself. I'm just going to confirm one thing, right? You have online popularity. I think I've opened it up now. Online popularity on the RAN side of it. Yeah. The points. How is that calculated? I think that's something quite important.
So very quickly, if it's a below 100 player tournament, it's League Cup points. If it's between, over 100 and under 1,000, it's double that, and then it's double that again for the one Smart Series event that was the over 1,000 player tournament.
Okay. And this is, again,
so think of it as
accumulated points that this deck has been able to achieve in this time period.
From the beginning of the format all the way up to the 6th.
Always good to make sure again. And you mentioned, we were talking about Golden Go, right, Benjamin?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, one of the greatest things about this deck, it's been a big, and we spoke about it a couple of weeks ago, it's picked up so many good cards that just support it in the current meta or current format. Gives it a great level of sort of further consistency than it has had in previous times, and it matches up into a real sort of nice spread of what you would consider the top decks, right? It generally is quite linear, and I think this is why I think Joe said a couple of weeks ago, if someone was to just turn up to a tournament and maybe consider a deck which they just haven't gelled with anything, you know, a lot of people could do very little wrong by picking up Golden Go. So it wouldn't surprise me to see this deck. We're seeing it at 10.46% on Joe's sort of rough data there since the 18th of July. It probably could go up to maybe even 12%, I think, as one of those decks. It's been in like the top 3 of the most played decks in the regionals before in the past season. I don't think has it come second? It might have come second once, but it's actually always kind of been on that cusp. And when you have a deck which people have played at previous tournaments, have good experience with it, it's in a good spot because of the way it kind of runs into the stage 2 decks and can kind of take those big knockouts and arguably kind of work around like a single prizer for a little board state a little bit, which some sort of big aggressive decks can't really do sometimes. It finds itself in a decent spot. I think that level of consistency is really going to carry it through. It's definitely one you'd have to be putting your testing into, or testing against.
I agree. Joe?
Is this sort of bleeding into the tier list? Should we like start shifting over, or?
We can do. I think it's a good time to shift into it, but
okay. But I'm happy to talk about Dengo.
Yeah.
Start there.
We can speak about. We can go through the tier list, I suppose, instead of meta-analysis, and because I think with the tier list now, we're going to go through what we believe is going to be the meta share. So we can go through that. So let's talk about Goldingo first. So I see this being an S tier pick, not necessarily S tier as in playability, but in the meta, but I see it definitely being a good pick for Worlds, just because of how consistent the list is. I was sat next to a player on Tuesday who was going to Worlds. I won't name who it is because just in case he doesn't. He may not want me to say, oh, he's definitely playing this or thinking about this.
So Elliot's playing Golden Go.
I'm not going to confirm. So you'll not get this out of me.
Good job, no one knows.
It's fine. No one knows. He's going to be a different name on the thing anyway.
No one. You won't get this out of me.
Right, great.
So it was fanning out the Goldingo list, and was just.
It was what?
Just fanning it out.
Fanning out.
Oh, fanning. Carry on.
Next.
It's gonna be a long tier list, this one, boys.
And I was really surprised at the amount of one-offs that are being input into the list, or being kind of oh, should I put this in? Should I put that in for this matchup? Should I put this in? And I think what really drew me to Goldingo in the first place as a deck list or as a deck is how consistent and straightforward the deck list was. So it was a 4-4, 2, and then the lists and the supporters were usually 4, 4, 4, 3.
We're still playing fantasy football here.
So that's what was really pulling me to the list and thinking, oh, Goldingo was actually a pretty good idea, but to play. But
pretty good idea.
Now I think it may be becoming too complicated because of the amount of things that are. I don't know.
Well, you've seen one of your mates' lists that's got a million texts, and now you think Dengo's rubbish.
Now this player does usually like to play a lot of one-offs, but you know,
I was kind of semi hoping you'd say like because it's gained so much popularity, because everyone knows its tips and tricks.
That's exactly. I know that's exactly.
You should have started.
That's what I was going to say.
Certain decks or certain, or there are archetypes that can play a tech which makes your Goldingo slightly better.
Because I've seen so many ideas now. I've seen Picnic Basket, Moonlit Hill. I've seen events like stadiums were a whole different thing. I've seen Tool Scrapper. I've seen Monkey Dory. I've seen Center Scorch. I've seen Sizzle. I've seen Sizzle.
The mirror attack.
I've seen Sizzle, which is the more conventional one prizer.
Yeah, Sizzle's pretty cool.
I've even seen which your video presents is the Gimme Cool split. Like, what do you want to play as a Gimme Cool count? I've seen the baby Golden Go, the evolve,
that's something I'm surprised you haven't
the
seen.
evolve and hit 120. I think it is, right?
Strike it rich. Yeah.
So because it's so popular and so many players are playing it, do you think we're going to see a case of too many cooks spoil the broth?
The ramblings of a madman. Right. Okay.
Yeah, we've
I'm
given him the
actually
floor for a long time there.
I'm actually he's said nothing in that time as well. So I actually think the inverse of Rab, in that I think so. Rab was saying it's a really good play, not necessarily an S tier deck, but then said the consistency was what drove it. So again, it made no sense. But I think that it's actually so on the radar. Like it's come on real strong, real early. You know, it's gone early.
Yeah.
And now I think there's going to be Ace Nullified Genesect. I think there's going to be Chi-Yu if we're playing Dragozard or regular Zard. I think there's going to be, basically just an awareness of Dengo that makes it now a dodge and weave deck for Worlds.
Ace Nullified Genesect was actually another thing you could have weaved into the list as well.
You can play in Dengo as well. Yeah.
I mean, I've seen a lot of this. I mean, I agree. I agree with that sentiment. I'm probably still like more on the side of it's still a deck that can find a way through like a one card deck. I mean, we can talk about Dragozard as an example in a moment. I don't really rate that right now.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, it
think
still feels like it'll be able to, just through its pure power and consistency, handle a lot that gets thrown at it. Once it gets its own use of Energy Search Pro, I mean, just getting Genesect down, you're playing multiple air balloons anyway, so that you can use coin bonus multiple times for 2 in the active spot. You know, it's got so many little cute things going for it. I do really like it. It does have a bit of a target on its back because of that level of consistency. Will it be something that the very, very top tier players bring? I don't know. It always feels like they'd rather have a bit more of ability to sort of play through decks, like with something a bit more of a wider spread. I don't know, matchup across the board, and then also have a way to maybe beat Golden Go. It is often what we typically see from the top tier players. We've spoken about one deck for so long on this tier list. It's going to take bloody forever.
I think that is a big discussion point deck though, because it's been the biggest impact of the new expansion. Like how big of a splash will this deck make?
Yeah. How long are we going to speak about Hoa Walmarouge? It's fine.
Not long.
So what I was going to ask was, do you think the threats to what are the biggest threats to Golden Go in terms of decklist tax? So we've gone through Ace Nullified Genesect. I've forgotten the other things you said, but do you think they're actually
Chi-Yu,
yeah.
Chi-Yu,
do you think they're
people really want to bring Crossel to the world?
Cornerstone.
Yeah. Do you think they're actually big enough threats to, or would they be big enough threats to deter you from playing this list?
If I was set on Golden Go, no.
No, me neither.
If you weren't already set on Golden Go and you were just considering it as one of your like 3 decks, possibly, because you'd start to be thinking about how the meta cycles round with all the decks coming to fit in a tech or so. But if you are set on Golden Go, I think you're still in a perfectly fine position.
Yeah, I agree.
You're gonna have to be running into like the chances of playing a particular deck with a particular tech multiple times in the tournament and multiple times in a run is quite low. You just have to take on the chin if you suddenly do, you know. But you could go on those runs where you just face up against those strictly consistent quote unquote Gardevoirs, and you're quite happy to just run through them, for example, or something that's a little bit easier. I don't really know, but like the other stage 2 decks. So yeah, I think it's if you're already hard committed and it's a week out, I think you're fine. If you're still having to decide whether Golden Go's a potential play, and you're the one also considering techs in other decks to be Golden Go, you probably already decided that you're not playing it.
Yeah, I agree.
That's fair.
So, what tier do you think we're putting it then?
I think it's the deck to beat.
Go for it.
And until
S tier then?
Yeah, until otherwise.
I think the one extra thing to bear in mind is that I don't think I think Typhlosion is more played online, and I don't think I have to expect more than like 3% in the room. I think
yeah.
Flareon's also like a tough ask when it's weak to Guardy. Like you need a lot of balls to bring that to the World Championships. Charizard, I think, is the genuine only factor that I'm like, this could be upticking as a mainstay bad matchup. But even that is probably going to be around the 5% mark, I would think.
Yeah.
So I think that it is more than capable of having the clean runs and going pretty far, and just having to navigate like random ace nullifiers in mirror matches where you probably need to play your own ace to at least have a chance in mirror. I think that's better than doing the like continuous coin toss nonsense or just trying to get your like sizzle first and using cut. Like I think that's really bad. So I think you should just impose your strat and try and nullify them first.
I don't think the matchups that are notoriously bad for Golden Go, I don't think they would deter me from playing it or taking it to Worlds.
I think that people are more happy to play them online because there's no real stakes. But I think genuine, serious, can I win Worlds competitors probably can't lean towards the likes of Typhlosion. And I think Flareon also has like big question marks around it.
Yeah, agreed. I put 10% for Golden Go.
I think 10's pretty safe.
Yeah.
I think it could be more
I think it's
as
safe.
well.
I think it would be a little bit more, but I think 10's safe.
Let's go 12. You said 12 earlier, Alex. I also think it'll be above 10.
Yeah, I think it'll end up being like a 12% deck.
Fine. Next up is Grimmsnarl Frostlass. I see this as the thinking man's deck at the moment.
You've played it a lot, Ben. Come on, give us your musings.
Yeah, I don't think I've played it enough, anywhere near enough to have an opinion on it. But like the actual,
you just started with your opinion.
No,
I watched multiple videos from Yoshiyuki.
I did. Okay, fine. I think it's.
That's more than me and Joe.
Fine.
With the authority on Grimmsnarl here.
Fine.
Once again, you're the expert.
You and Dark Pokemon.
I think it's well placed, but I think it's a very difficult deck to pilot well.
Is it?
I think it is.
What's hard?
Well, bench management, damage placement, monkey dory placement.
That's every deck.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was just me. I don't know.
Joe, look.
I thought.
Have you had experience playing it in a live tournament?
No.
No. Well, there you go. So Ben, you are the authority.
There you go.
If you say it's a hard deck. Well,
I think it's a difficult deck to pilot well in this format, personally.
I mean, where you place damage is the only real thing. You have about 2 actions a turn.
Well, no, there's bench management as well. It's like Frostlass and.
Yeah, but that's every deck.
You've got to keep an eye on it, so to speak.
Thanks. Great.
to keep an eye on it.
I think
it's mathy, but I don't think it's complex. Yeah, it's like forward planning, sure. But the amount of decisions and sequencing is basically out of your hands based on like.
I think Golden Go
being support at this turn.
I think also in its meta placement, I think having Golden Go so popular in the format, I think poses a problem. I don't think Golden Go is a fantastic matchup.
That's one of the biggest issues of it.
I didn't want to believe it at the start. I didn't want to believe that you needed Maractus in order to possibly win the Golden Go matchup, but I think I've admitted that you probably.
I mean,
do.
Dengo plays double Turo now as well.
It does now.
Pretty commonly.
Now it does, yeah. But before when I was deliberating Maractus, it didn't. But I think the only thing that would put me off taking Grimmsnarl is that it's bad Golden Go matchup, and I think as well, genuinely, I think not having as strong as a damage spread as Dragapult, and also not having any sort of methods to do one big one-hit knockout. I think it does have difficulty. I think there are difficulties for the deck.
Rab, I swear you start the conversation one direction, then by the end you convince yourself to say a completely different thing.
I know. It's
you said it was great, and now you're saying it can't one-shot, so it's terrible.
No, I didn't say that. I'm just riffing.
He's just showing both sides of the coin.
Yeah, I'm
Okay?
just-
There are
He's giving us all
two other
the
people.
information.
There are two other people with
I
opinions
know.
ready to
This
talk.
is
If
a
you're just
conversation.
riffing,
A conversation with myself. Okay, go
you're
on then.
you're
Okay,
just
go
giving
on.
an
What-
amuse bouche every
Alright,
time.
alright. Fine. What's your opinion then? What's your opinion then?
Like you, Ben. I think Golden Go is troublesome, and I think being part of this trifecta of like spready like mid damage stage 2s is actually really annoying. So I think there's enough decks now that are willing to play the Picnic or some other, or just like elevate Turo counts to the point that it actually will impact all of Guardy, Grim, and Pult. So I think it's actually really tough to justify all of those decks, even though they're very powerful.
What other decks are starting to tech more usage of Turo?
Turo.
Picnic.
Well, straight Dragger plays double Turo. Dengo plays double
Straight Dragon
Turo.
plays double Turo now?
Or Tords did.
Yeah, it's all spell play.
Um,
The straight dragon did, right?
And yeah, like Picnic in Zard, Picnic in Dengo. Like, I just think there's enough of it that's going to be a pain that will just like impact games genuinely. So I don't know. I don't really like Grim. I think I would prefer to play Guardi over Grim. Just because it's a bit more flexible than Grim Snarl.
Mm-hmm.
And I think genuinely that like there's going to be more collective Pults in the room than there will be Guardies, I think.
What are we saying then? Tier B?
I mean, I'd call it A still probably, but low.
Yeah, I think it's an A deck. I mean, just on that, I'm actually a little bit more, I guess, on the 4 side of Grim. I actually still think it's pretty good. I know those cards and people again, but are you willing to more? So if like most of the other players going to Worlds are thinking about the Worlds meta, thinking about their own tier lists and meta percentages of decks, I'd find yourself spending more time. It's not like collateral if you'd find yourself teching against Grimsnarl and then you can also beat Golden Go. You're teching against one or the other. It feels like more often than not. So, are you probably more likely to find players hard committing to teching against something like Golden Go and finding a way around beyond that, rather than having to find space and time to play Picnic Baskets or Churros like that. That's my initial thinking. Again, it becomes this vicious cycle, but that's why I think Grim.
It's more that a Picnic traps 3 decks, right? In theory, that feels like a valuable.
Yeah.
I'm just calling that one card out. Like it doesn't have to be Picnic Basket, but you know what I mean. Like
I just use that as an example. Right?
Yeah.
Again, my thinking is that you might spend more time teching against some of the others, whereas Grimsnarl, it's like you know what that deck does, and generally there's still ways to play around it because of just the nature of the deck, because you know what's coming every single turn, or there's generally one direction. I know Ben says it's quite difficult, especially with the bench management, but it's just really picking like your attacker to use to either trap something with item lock, with corner lock, with just sending up a single prizer to just leave active so that you just let damage counters tick.
Yeah, and then
you generally can foresee what's going to happen on like your opponent's next turn if you're playing against Grimsnarl. But I feel like it's just inherently good. Those abilities are great. It's got so much going for it. In like built-in energy acceleration. That stadium does wonders just for the deck in terms of its level of consistency. It's just ridiculous. And then you've got your energy attachments onto monkeys, which is the best card in the whole format still in reality. So I don't know. I feel like there's a lot more going for it than you guys think anyway.
Why wouldn't?
What's interesting? Go on, bro.
No, if I was to say take it to a tournament, would you? Would you take it to a tournament over any other deck in the format right now?
I mean, I haven't. Since
No. Sorry. I was pointing to Dan. Sorry.
I would. I don't have all the pieces, so I can't. I do have a Marnie. I did buy a Marnie.
You didn't buy a Marnie deck?
I did. I picked one up, but I don't know if that's enough. I obviously don't. That's obviously not enough. But
it will be enough. Because I mean, you play a 3-2-2 line, right?
Yeah.
So
I'm pretty sure I'm missing like snow runs or something.
Oh.
Right. Okay. I put it in A tier, 5%.
Oh, I think it'll be more than 5%.
Yeah, I think it'll be more.
I think 8.
8. Okay.
Yeah, I would say 7. But
All right. I'll put a 7.
Happy
Put a
hour.
7. Okay, next up is straight Gardevoir, or as Joe called it, a bog Gardevoir.
Oh, bog God.
I'll let
Is this
somebody
is this
I'll let somebody else talk before I.
Oh no, I want you to set
Nah,
the
nah,
scene.
nah. I don't want to riff anymore. You
come
go.
on?
No?
You got to do it for every deck now.
No, 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 no.
All
Go
that
on, go
time and
on,
effort
go
you've
on, go
been
on.
studying Gardevoir.
You take us for a spin on Gardevoir. Go on.
I would not be surprised if someone takes this to win Worlds. I still have it very
That's an
high.
edgy take.
No, I still have I personally think people there will be a player who takes this and wins Worlds. I will call it. I think Gardevoir will win Worlds basically.
I've always said,
Um,
yeah,
I think it's I think it's got a
Well,
pretty
hang on,
good
Rab. You've
defense.
always said Roaring Moon will win, so
I mean, is Roaring Moon on our tier list?
it should be.
no.
Yes, Golden Go is. I think from the data, if I recall correctly, it's actually a lot worse online than I think it is.
It's all build dependent. I feel like a lot of the Guardies
Right.
online are already going to add Drifloon because I think there's much more frequently just too many Turo and too many Picnic or Moonlits to allow a pure Monkey Guardie to beat it. So I think a Drifloon in there to at least deal with one. And ultimately, because Dengo doesn't play jamming anymore, and it rarely plays Scrapper, I think you can play retro
Yeah, so
Bravery Charm Guardie.
this is what I basically played at the challenge. I played a very bog standard Gardevoir with Drifloon back up to 2 charms. I didn't go all the way to 3.
Yeah,
Um, it's just Gardevoir of what we expected of quote unquote the previous format, I guess pre that bottom white flare, and it was very strong then. It doesn't really change too much. It's got a couple of more awkward scenarios that it has to deal with because of things like Golden Go. We have this cycle of Drifloon comes back in, Golden Go probably does chuck Scrapper back in. I'm kind of thinking like there's a lot of very good prevalent tools out there now. You know, again, it just kind of hits that collateral of like a wide net of tools that it might be able to reach. But that's because of the fear of something like a Drifloon with a Bravery Charm just taking one hit KOs and leaving a single prizer in the active, and something that can't often be dealt with. Stuff like that. You still have a bad Grimmsnarl matchup. That's the usual, right? It's a dark type. But again, across the board, if you're playing against the Dragapults, you're going to see a good wide field of Dragapult still. Dustoir probably gives them a better chance into you, but generally you're still favored into that matchup. So it just feels like if you want a deck that you can express skill and ability, and then maybe even deck building ability as well, as we've seen changes of Gardevoir through different formats and different tournaments, it's the deck that allows you to do so because it has that kind of creative license to do so. Because you only really need to tech in like 2 cards, and it changes a slight way of the number of percentages you get across the board. And that's why I like it a lot. So you'll find someone with very, very different variations across the board at Worlds, and I think one of them will take it down.
Yeah, my own. Yeah. I also think Guardie's like one of the best decks and one of the best plays for the tournament. It's just finding that balance of like, do I play Flutter Devo? Do I play Bravery Balloon? Like, I feel like you could easily just play one Bravery Charm, sneak the Balloon in for that matchup, and then still try and give yourself somewhat of a base covered into the evolutions. Because I think there will be some people going all in on Klefki, Devo, Flutter, and like then you just have a bad mirror match, or like there'll be builds that are still turbo energized monkey, although I think most are cutting turbo energized, like maybe e-switch monkey and the 4 monkey 4 dark again, you know, or just like that sort of stuff. So that's the only issue, is that I think Guardy has to be quite greedy for Worlds to cover those bases, but I do think it has that potential and versatility to be the strongest deck still.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's one of those where it's like you can end up with a quote unquote slightly bad version of Guardy, but then you can find the right pathway to get yourself to a position where you're just going to be facing what you want to be facing anyway, right?
Yeah.
It's those type of runs which I can see Gardevoir getting out the depths quite easily, and then finding itself in the matchups it wants to see based on the text that you already built into it. And
right.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm completely, like you just said, against Turbo Energize. That was a one and done card for card of my
You're
opinion.
joking.
I tried it once. Did awful.
It's awful, isn't it? It is.
It was-
I did it. I did it for a time as well. The
You
fact that
told me
every
it was
game I
bad.
was like, I'm gonna TM Evo here instead. Actually, again. Good.
It's just the fact Joe said the week before I did play this. It was awful, and I went, nah, I've got to try it. You know,
Try it
4
yourself,
monkeys, 4
obviously.
dark, turbo energized. It seems great.
4 Monkey 4 Dark is fine.
I
just
still
think
also
the-
like, and I do like energy switch still.
E-Switch is fine. Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. I spoke a lot. I took a Ben rambling there.
Again, it's
Yeah.
worth hearing the thoughts on Guardy. We seem
Yeah.
pretty aligned as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's nothing I wouldn't have said. I think I could easily see somebody.
Nothing you would have said.
No, wouldn't have.
Nothing you wouldn't have said.
Yeah. I've always said the same thing about God of War before any sort of big tournament. I can easily see somebody taking this all the way in, winning. It's not a deck that you see win and go, oh wow, you know, it'd be super surprised. Super flexible, super.
How many people would turn around and say it was so boring? Guardies
Oh,
won again. Though.
The only question I have is like how much percentage Guardy gained into some of the tougher matchups with Panic Monkey, and how much worse that is with Air Balloon in format. I did forget to mention that. That like if there are the Grims and the Zards and whatever, the percentages are dropping a lot because you can't Panic Mind Bend anywhere near as effectively as you used to.
Yeah.
Tiny
Definitely
note
true.
there.
I guess one of the interesting things and aspects is when you Panic Monkey, it's often mid to late game, right? So you're often combining it with an Iona. I mean, unless it's against using Zard.
I would hope so. I don't know. Like a lot of the time, it's like, oh, I don't have enough energy to do a meaningful attack here. So either I'm going to Screamtail something on the bench, or I'm just going to Monkey for the sake of it.
Yeah, that's kind of maybe sometimes.
I put it one place above Grimstyle, but at 8%.
I like that.
8%, not 7.
It's good.
I think 8 to 10%.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. I'm happy with it.
Happy with it? Okay. The next up is, I thought we could knock them all out at the same time. It's all of the Dragapult variants. So we've got 3 here. So we've got straight Dragapult, Dragapult Dusknoir, and Dragapult Zard.
Can we start with the worst one?
Go on.
Dragazard?
I think Dragazard's
Dragazard's the worst.
Not completely in the bin, but it's just...
It's got a lot of hype in my area, Dragapult Zard.
I think
they're probably
Dragazard
like a
is
month too late.
Dragazard is like the Lost Zone Tina of this year, I think. Japan's Lost Zone Tina of this year, where it like runs everything close, is kind of jank. The only bonus you get is that you can be good into Dengo with a Chi you include, but I think you're pretty bad into other Pults, and you're bad into Grim, all to try and balance Guardy. And even then, it's still a balance. I don't like. It's still not great. It's just making it slight favor.
It's a slight favor, yeah.
Yeah.
Slight favor to Guardy, which generally you like, but if that percentage is going down, I guess if you're saying that you're good, you're slightly favored into Guardy, which is going to be like 8%. If you're saying you're barely good into Golden Go with the Chi Yu, and I've seen some people, I think I've seen a list with was it like a baby gouging fire in there as well, which at least can like keep back to back, taking knockouts.
That sounds terrible.
That's it.
Charizard exists.
Random things
Charizard. Charizard counter catcher. Hello.
But yeah, it's going good into 20% of the field isn't terrible. It doesn't sound terrible.
Yeah, it doesn't hard lose anything either, which I think that's the real appeal. It's like you're just like a very safe deck, but then you're bad at like the slight dodginess into Pulse still scares me. Like I think there will be straight Pulse because there's Taured Believers, and there will be Dusk Pulse, just because that also seems to be a deck that has answers into basically everything.
And to be fair, if anyone looks at the Trainer Hill data for Dragazard, it's like it seems to be like more 50-50 into those like matchups we just mentioned that could be or should be a bit better for it, right?
That's the thing. It's also janky. It can definitely lose itself a turn
Here
or there.
It loses to itself a lot, just because of the nature of the deck. 2 stage 2s without any sort. Well, you have Draklug, I suppose, but there's no other sort of engine on board.
It's also those
Uh,
cloaks whittle down to the late game. You'd be lucky to have one in the late
Yeah.
game, realistically, because your board space is the Zard line and stuff. So
Yeah, it
you
can
actually are fearful of Iono.
it can be fragile, for sure. Okay, I'll put this B tier then. I'll put this B tier with possibly 5%.
Yeah, I think it's 5 sounds like a lot.
5 or not? Okay, I'll
We'll
put
give it
3.
4. Give it 4.
4. Okay, fine. Next up is well, which one do you want to go through first? I guess Joe, you can take this one.
Straight Pulp.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
I'd only put it just above it, to be honest.
you'd put Straight Pulp slightly above or a lot above.
Just slightly.
Slightly, yeah. I do think this is the one that's dodgy into Dengo, but and that's like my main concern. It's also quite poor into Gardevoir, making it a risky choice.
I think
like our measure for every one of these decks is what's it like into Dengo?
Well, Dengo is going to be
Dengo
popular.
is
Like at the moment, it's the most individually popular deck we've talked about, right?
and it's not. I don't think it's just Dengo that you've got to be worried about. There's a lot of one hit KO kind of strategies out there at the moment with Raging Bolt.
Yeah, so I guess my
well.
biggest concern,
Still
not
like
just with Golden Go, I still think it's very bad into Gardevoir.
Yeah, and now Gardevoir. Now, I mean, we've already established Gardevoir still is now adopting the drifting back in. I'm not saying that's a huge factor, but you know, it at least
You just
I'd say it's
Clefairy,
almost a
Guardian.
non-factor.
Yeah.
well,
You
no,
just
no,
don't
I
worry
know,
about
I
that.
know Clefairy, but it there's still that element to it.
Maybe an extra Bravery Charm's annoying. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
For the Clefairy.
Give me something.
The one thing that's intrigued me is that I haven't seen much of it online, but an Arven Evo straight Pult that plays Hilda it still intrigues me because you get to play Ace Nullified Genesect, and that helps like a ton of matchups and balances Dengo, I think.
Okay.
Most people are just saying that Towards deck is good. Let's add 2 Hildas, but I do think there could be an engine rework that's I've experimented with like a lot right at the start of the new set. And like, I would kind of pulled it from pillar to post in counts of everything. And I definitely got a lot of things wrong, but I think at the core, Ace Nullifier and Straight Pult sounds really good to me.
Yeah.
I don't recall. Did I play it in my Straight Pult before? I feel like I might have.
There was definitely a special event, I think, where an Ace Nullifier Brock scouting Arven build went quite far. I think it was Kim played it at in Italy, I think.
Yeah.
That sounds right.
Yeah. Maybe I mean I've championed Ace Nullifier Genesect before at some of our tournaments, so I've always been a big fan. I mean these Ace specs are also powerful, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I wouldn't put this much higher than Dragozard personally.
I think the thing is with Genesect, there's just so many A-specs now which are so highly dependent on just for the core strategy of the deck. I think Dragon Ball and Neo Upper, Golden Go with and G-Search Pro. I think these are cards that are so highly dependent on to either get set up in the game or to establish damage on the board early on. So yeah, I agree.
I think I mean if we're just still talking about Ace Nullifier for a moment, you're often then having to compare the inherent power of Ace spec cards as in like an early game Ace spec card versus a late game Ace spec card or even mid game, like depending on the phases that you have in a round or a game, right? Like Energy Search Pro typically is piloted and used pretty early on, which then this is why you can slam in a Genesect of your own with an air balloon on it and then try to stop your opponents from using theirs. It stops things like Unfair Stamp, which again I guess you start to hear it's like early to mid game usage, what you kind of get the most value out of, or again Prime Catchers, depending on the deck, of course. And then Neo Upper Energy for Dragon Bolts, they tend to be sort of the mid game, maybe sometimes even late game, because they're just that's where you get your 1 energy attachments to actually get fire off an attack whilst you're already powering up hopefully energy after energy on your turns anyway.
Ace Null's not an easy weave. It's like you have to be high Brock or like 2 Artisan or like if you're playing Secret Box, maybe you can do it. I have tried a pretty cool Secret Box Dragazard actually that plays it as well, but that's really cheeky on space, so I wouldn't recommend it. But Secret Box Ace Nullifier just as a combo is so sick. Random musings from me there.
we all get our moments.
We've got to. I suppose we've got to move on pretty fast. So straight Dragger I've put above Dragger Zard with 6%.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah. A little bit more than that.
Dragon Ball Dust Noir then.
I think we all think it'll be the most popular, right?
Yes.
Do we think it's going to be the most popular? Yeah, we think like 7-ish%.
I would put it in between Gardevoir and Grimmsnarl.
Okay.
That's in A, right? Yeah.
7%. That seems fair.
Mm-hmm. Basically, we just like the high rolliness and the fact that you can take the game away from opponents, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
What are the term that people use? It has like agency. Is that the word? It just has a lot of different avenues into different matchups and into different games, right?
Yeah.
You have to be quite clever with your usage of your Dust Noirs in terms of how you play the game sometimes.
Definitely.
But
it doesn't.
If you can put time into it, that like I feel like there's still the idea of like Guardy. There's a very high ceiling for the deck if it's piloted very well.
It doesn't have the consistency of straight Dragon Ball, but what I like about Dust Noir is just you're so much more flexible in such a wide format, and you do still have that ability to have such explosive turns to where you can just completely wipe your opponent out, especially with some of these kind of fragile evolving decks like Gardevoir and Grimmsnarl and Mirror, right?
I don't know about for you two as well. Just with what I don't really like about playing Dust Noirs, and maybe it's just the mindset I have, but it's this idea of putting myself behind but closer to losing.
You always say this.
In a way to jump over. My mindset doesn't work like that.
You've got to lose the game to win the game, Dow. That's
not.
Essentially, I really think that all it does is it gets you toward. Like, I think I'm almost always weaving to a Blood Moon end game with the deck. Like, I play like that basically every time I play the deck. And essentially all the Dust Noir does is it means you don't need to attach to a Dracloak mid-game. It just means I can go like, here's my one Dragapult, you dealt with that. Maybe I make another in time. And then it's like, I've certainly popped 1 or 2 ghosts by then. And Blood Moon for game.
Yeah.
It basically just skips a turn of like, oh, I just have run out of energy here. Which I think can happen with like straight Pult. There can be a turn where you're like, I guess I'm going back to Budew or Maractus randomly in a mid-turn to try and buy time. Because I can't chain my attack into the one-hit KOs.
I got an idea. Let's wade through some of the chaff. The less popular stuff. Let's go through some of the let's go through. So Crustle, what are we talking? What are we saying? C tier?
Dodge Guardy, otherwise chaff.
Yes. I'll put Crustle. I'm going to put Crustle, get this, at 4%.
No.
I personally don't think it's actually that bad.
I think
2% deck.
I think the thing is,
it probably ends up low B.
I think the thing is with Crustle, you're not going into a tournament playing Crustle with the intention of winning it, and Worlds being, if you're not going to win it, what's the point in going? So
I'd counter that for if you just look at what happened last year. It's in the scenario of what Fawns has done. It's in the scenario of what a deck like Snorlax has done. You hit your 7 out of 10.
Oh, but no. This is a safe.
And you're golden.
I don't agree. This is not
pretty much. Go on.
It's not the same as Thorns. Not at all.
Okay.
It's not the same as Thorns. This is Safeguard.
Why isn't it the same?
It's Safeguard. It's completely different.
Thanks. The cards are different, but think a little bit more. Think a little bit more about what Alex is saying.
Go on.
It's actually a stage 1 grass type. Like, what are you on about? Oh my god. I think you'll find it's spelled Crustle, Alex, now, not Iron Thorns.
Shut up.
Oh my word.
Go on then, Doug. Go on. Defend it.
It's the
So
same.
you're
It's got the
saying
same.
you're
It
saying
has the
people
same polarizing matchups, which if you hit the right matchups, you will find yourself in a position where you're in top cut and you can take down a tournament. We have
ta-da.
seen this year multiple Iron Forms just play against crap like Lugia and end up in top 8, in top 4s of regionals throughout this season so far. Crossel's in the same position. The best decks are all these big EXs that are smacking each other around. Crossell sits there and goes, "You can't hit me, and anytime you can
Fine.
hit me, I'm gonna monkey Dory fling poo back over at you." It's
Fine.
it's a joke.
See,
We're
to
never
your,
getting past the monkey dory flinging poo analogy, are we? We're literally
No,
never getting past that.
right, are we saying C then?
it's
B's
high C,
fine.
low B.
B's
Yeah,
fine.
Low B. Okay. What?
B's
Two
fine.
2%.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Oh, sorry. I'm
Well, these are meant to be the
speaking
fast ones.
Right.
Livid.
Roaring Moon.
Next.
D. Okay. 1. Serenade.
Next.
B,
Above Roaring Moon?
B!
D, D for
Yeah,
dog.
D. Yeah.
God.
Above Roaring Moon?
No.
No! I would have put above Roaring Moon.
Roaring Moon can donk stuff. Let's go.
Yeah. Moon technically has a lot going for it.
Pidgeot Control.
I don't think the Elgyem's enough to make this really good.
No, it's too much boss around as well.
There's even like Guardy is playing Devo potentially now, which is just another like big headache.
Yeah. I'm going to put a 0.5.
Previously they could like colossal trap monkeys, now they can just
Yeah,
Devo them.
It
How-
could be one of those where you just trap an unknowing opponent and they have no clue. And
Ho-Oh Armor Rouge.
okay. Low
Not
C.
consistent enough. No, lower than
I
that,
really
I
like.
think.
Yeah, I really like just the ideas of moving energies and prisms and attacking with Durant, but yeah, bad.
Toad Scroll.
Now, I mean, I asked this question earlier. with that slime mold colony, baby.
Is it enough?
Come on.
I don't think it's enough now. I think especially a tiny thing is that a lot of Dengos are playing the freaking rigid band, and that actually means that Toadscroll even like Dengo actually has the top, and Dengo plays like 3 or 4 boss now, whereas previously they played like 1. So now they can just gust you.
It's not good for Festival Lead as well. I learned that at locals.
They're not getting those energies back out of the discard, though, right?
They are if you're bossing the slime.
I mean,
What I'm saying is you have time to now, right?
But like,
they can also play. They can also play. Well, yeah. I mean, they just have enough push. I think Sizzle bops as well now, right? Like Sizzle's another thing that just like completely punishes the entire game plan of the deck.
Oh,
Yeah.
there goes my dream.
I think the game plan's snuffed out, isn't it? With Toad Scroll. And Zoroark.
I think similar to what we said with Guardians, that it has to wear itself pretty thin, which is my big concern. Like I like that Darmanitan is powerful right now, and I don't think there's going to be much space for Shaman with other techs being preferred. So I think Darm is pretty strong, but then I also think the best performing builds were like double Reshi, try and punch my guy, please builds, and that's like you don't really have space for all of it, which is a shame. If someone can make a rebalance of the Zora, I think it's really cool. I just think the Cyrano stuff is just kind of janky crap. I think he should be playing like Arven, Evo, Hilda, and go double Darmanitan, double Reversal. But I don't think it's terrible. Like I would give this a C, and if someone's figured it out, they've got a really powerful deck.
I've put it C. I know, Alex, you were going to ask where did we put Toad Scroll. I put Toad Scroll low C.
Put Toad in F. Like it can't beat Dengo now.
Oh.
High D? You don't have an F.
Well, low D then.
Right.
Why would you say high D?
Right.
I don't know what's happening tonight. Okay, Ogerpon.
Is this the mask ogre?
This is the last. I would say. I'd say it's the last of the stuff we can't talk about.
Last
No,
of the
but I meant-
Mohicans.
Okay, as in like the using the ogre mask.
Yes, correct. Yeah.
Yeah,
My,
it's still pretty low on that, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm low on that, but my controversial take is that Terrorbox is pretty good for this tournament. I think there's like very few Shamans and 0 Watchtower,
Well,
and I
do
think
we-
Terrorbox is
Well,
actually a
do we
solid
want
deck.
to do we want to swap it with?
No, I'm
T-
just.
No,
T-
it's
I-
not part
think-
of the format
I
right
think
now.
less than 1% will play Terrorbox, but I actually think it's like you can play the deck without fear of being teched against.
I think
Yeah,
it's,
fair
yeah,
enough.
I think it's that awkward scenario of, I mean, I don't know. We're talking about just ogre bonds in general. The ogre mask deck, not so high on that. Put it high D, low C's, wherever you like. If we are continuing about the ogre bond sort of knockdown
Terrorbox.
deck,
Yeah.
Terrorbox. I don't dislike that either, but it's the same way we're going to probably talk about in a moment. I don't really dislike Flareon that much.
Mhm.
In reality.
Well, we can speak about Flareon next if you want.
Terrorbox can
I-
beat Guardy though, and Flareon's
I-
big downside is Guardy, I think.
Yeah, I feel, but yeah, I guess maybe I'm just kind of thinking about. I mean, I still love the engine. Jewel Seeker's great. It's pretty busted. So
Yeah.
as you just said, if there's no Watchtower, and I've seen very little.
I literally think it's like less than 1% Watchtower
Yeah,
in the format right now.
Watchtower's gone. It's just left. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen a Watchtower in a list for a very long time.
So if anyone can make it work, you've got two big fans, and me and Joe of Jewel Seeker.
Terrorbox to win worlds. Let's go.
I've
Tord
stuck
brings
it.
back Terrorbox.
I've
Oh
stuck it-
my god! Think of the
I've-
scenes.
I'm stuck at high D.
This is
I
the
think-
Ogrebond deck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. I literally think there could be 0 people playing Terrorbox in the room, but I think it's actually like no reason to not see play. Whereas like heading into NAIC, it was way too risky because we didn't know how much Shaman and Watchtower were both the new
I mean, you
toys
were
and
high
question
on-
marks. And I was very high on Watchtower just because Raging Bolt was the deck to beat. Now that's not now Raging Bolt's probably not going to be the most popular deck in the room, and there are some that play Turbo instead of Owl anyway. So Watchtower's not even a tech for Bolt really. And yeah, Shaman is like a good card still because Grimsnarl's still in format and there's still Screamtail and Baby Bolt. But I think there's going to be, like we've already mentioned a few times, more Turos, healing cards, or Dengo tech that people will commit to for this event. So I think Shaman falls by the wayside. Yeah. I think Wellspring is still cracked for the format, and that's the best deck that can use it.
That's a little tidbit and doesn't go on our tier list. So next deck.
Yeah, that's for
Yeah.
the listeners.
Yeah, for those
You filthy screenshotters at the end, like you horrible little lot. You don't get that, and don't tell them in the comments either.
Just like and subscribe and just carry on. Next.
You horrible little lot. Anyway, thanks for
I
watching.
think we found our first
Um,
clip of our video of our pods, boys.
Flareon Noctowl.
Flareon Noctowl.
Spitting
So I
owls.
love the engine. I think it's a good deck. I think I think it actually has opportunity to play cards like Wellspring
It does.
and actually take a chance into Gardevoir. So
That's fair.
typically before it's had a bit of a chance with Sylveon. I still really find that matchup super weird when Sylveon's doing his Angelite stuff. But it obviously now it plays less Sylveons. You're leaning into things like the I guess Leafeons, the Flareons, of course. But if you can find a way to sneak in something like Wellspring, you know, I feel like there's an opportunity there.
I think Nathan Hargreaves has posted a list with Wellspring, right? Crystal Wellspring.
Mhm.
Let's have a
One of
look.
the UK players. I think he's currently top of the UK rankings, and he's been winning
Yeah.
with Flareon. Like he played
He is
Flareon at
playing well,
NASD as
Flareon.
well.
There's also there's Jonathan Sharpling as well. I know he's been
Yeah.
donning Flareon for quite a while now. So
He has.
it
I
does-
don't know
it
if he
does
was
have
playing
its-
Wellspring.
No. I just know that he's been playing it for quite a while.
Yeah.
It does have its followers, Flareon.
I think
Yeah, I just
there's
Jewel
easy
Seeker.
sells to it. There's easy sells, right? Like
Yeah.
it's very good into Dengo. It's very good into Grim, and it's decent into Zard as well. Like those are some pretty reasonable
But-
boasts.
The list is, from what I've seen as well, the list is very flexible. I think every time I see a Flareon list do well, it's always not
never the
it's
same.
not completely different, but yeah, it's not the same. It's always donning some sort of different way of playing, especially with the evolutions, but also
I would
String Ogre Bonds and all this kind of stuff. Leafeon, Umbreon, Sylveon, you know.
I think Sylveon and
Actually.
Umbreon are both terrible, but I think Clefairy, yes, Wellspring, yes,
Yeah.
is the way to play it for this event.
Okay. I'm going to put it high C, but I don't know if anybody wants to put it maybe low B.
I'd tickle B with it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would tickle B with it as well.
Do we put it above
I feel like
Crustle?
it's just better than C.
I'd put it above Crustle, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it goes above Crustle.
I'm going to put it at 4%.
Oh, that's high.
Probably high.
I think
Okay.
3.
3. I'm always putting them too high. Fine.
I mean, I've only dropped it down 1%, but
but in the grand scheme of things, that's a lot
the
of
grand,
players.
that is a lot of players. Yeah.
Let's go Miraidon, straight Miraidon, electric generator, electric.
We're combining, you know, after Joe shouted me earlier, we're combining that with the one, like the eel version.
Yes,
right?
yeah.
The
Just
eel
this
version
is
typically
okay. Let's just clarify.
slides in the generator.
Which do you prefer, Alex? Now is my question.
Let's just clarify. This is
I play
no
one of each. You know?
This
Would
is
you?
this
I think
is
that's
no
terrible.
Joltok. This is no Joltok. Joltik Miraidon.
Oh, Joe Top.
No Joltik Miraidon.
No TikTok.
No, I think in that, I actually in that version I think I prefer Magneton.
Yeah.
Yeah, I prefer. Magneton's. I find.
Because you're loading energy on, you're attacking, it goes down. You just want Magneton to just load it back up for you.
I find it
You don't
infinitely
have to
better.
Always necessarily rely on generators. I never have gotten on with generators, so
Oh, you're
I
joking.
mean, neither. I like the idea, but I hate it in practice. But all I will say is that every time that I have played Miraidon online, I actually cut the electrics pretty early on, and just stuck with Magneton. Just because it doesn't take a genius to know that it syncs so well with Zekrom as well. So you know,
I was gonna say my one point is the biggest redeeming factor of these lightning decks is I think Zekrom is very good.
Zekrom's busted. It's so good. I really really like it. It's just a shame that this is the only deck you can play it in.
I actually play it in my Joltik box.
Ooh.
You play it in Joltik box, so you must be playing.
You
must be playing Heavy Baton, surely.
No Baton.
Are you playing the
I play-
one Magneton then?
I do play one E-switch. I do
Yeah,
play
yeah.
one electric. I play one E-switch.
Okay. All right. Fine.
Because E-switch is just we'll talk about it. But
1-1 Eel in Joltik. Okay,
yeah.
carry on.
So like if you go, we'll talk about it a bit. If you go first, you can't Joltik, right? So you're having to just kind of, your only one way of attacking turn 2 is with an eel.
It's quite dangerous.
or Clefairy?
And if you,
It's quite.
I want a hands. I want to always hands.
Why don't you just Joltik?
Energy attach. Because I don't want to wait that turn. I want to energy attach to your hands. I want to get eel down. I want to eel to my hands, and I want to crisp into it, and I want to slap.
It's
right?
quite. It's
Because
quite.
we dream.
It's
We live a
risky.
dream.
It's
You've
risky.
you've
Yes,
somehow got enough Ultra Balls whilst crispening to get the stage 1 out.
Absolutely. No,
It's
obviously,
quite,
I don't always do that.
it's
But
quite,
yeah, I'm trying 1-1 eel in Joltik.
It's quite risky though, no? Because I think one of the redeeming factors for me playing Jolty Box was that you could turn it into a 7-prize game. But if you play Eel,
Yeah.
that's gone.
But that you pick and choose your moments. I don't think you will.
Oh, okay. You pick and choose your moments. Okay.
Yeah. I just give it here. Have my other easy Tyler mode that has 40 HP. I don't just do that then.
Yeah. Okay, fine.
Anyway, so we're pretty low on regular Miraidon.
Yeah, I'll put.
I don't like regular Miraidon.
I'll put 2% low C. Or high
I
C.
do not want to give this even close to 2%. I think like sub 1%.
Okay, 0.5.
But do you think more than sub 1% will bring it to the top?
Is it
No.
Is it better than
Okay,
M
fine.
Zoroark?
No.
No.
God, no.
Okay.
Get this
fine.
in D ASAP.
D tier. Okay, fine. Is it above or below Ogapon?
Below.
Hello.
Ho-Oh Armarouge?
Better.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll put it above that.
Fine. Okay, Gardevoir Jellicent. I mean, you can
So
go
we're talking heavy Jellicent build.
Yeah, this is the
2-2
2-2
jelly.
You know my
2-2 and above.
You know my thoughts on it. I said it in the last pod. I don't like it. I think many decks in the format are already built around item lock. I just don't like it. I just rather stay with the flexible bog Gardevoir and not have to depend on hiding behind item tool lock, and not have not have more toys to play with that the other build has. Next.
I think a lot of people have given up on this build, but I think it's the best build into Dengo, which is a bit.
But this is where it gets kind of awkward, where Dengo is playing like the higher counts of bosses or orders and stuff like that now. The biggest problem I have with Jellicent, it never really feels like you're getting it till turn 3.
Yeah.
Like you have to maneuver into the act. You have to get it evolved up, maneuver into the active. Probably have the second one ready. People are putting Iron Bundle into decks now. It's just one of those, like, you generally have to try and set up both. That's just the awkward scenario you have with it.
That's my problem with it, because like you could be staring at those 4 cards in your list, thinking this could be literally anything else. That could be.
I don't think it's that bad. I think it's still very good. Like to turn off tools, turn off items, have a decent attack, and then you're combining it with like Devo and stuff. It's just the fact that the 2 cards I've just mentioned are cards that I actually think probably should be considered as text for other matchups as well. Right. And then the collateral damage, again, Jellicent stonks go down. That's just how I see it.
Yeah, agreed.
I'll put it high C.
Sure.
That's fine. Still Guardian at the end.
You say 2 or 3%.
Sometimes you just start the Frillish and then you're item blocking. That's busted.
That is pretty good. I'm gonna like 80 HP Badoo.
Oh my. I'm genuinely surprised that no one has tried like Arven Air Balloon and just turn on Frillish people. I tried it. I thought it was fine. But yeah.
You haven't seen our messages. Some messages have gone coming across to you.
When? Now?
No, not now.
I was on this months ago. This was in the tabletop video of Guardian Jellicent.
We've got some more stuff.
Omnipoke viewers know, okay? God, all I'm saying is that Omnipoke viewers know.
But Frillish is very good. I think, as someone put it, having a built-in Vitality Band and a Bravery Charm on a Badoo is busted.
I've put it 3.5%, and I've put it high C.
Way too high, baby.
Okay, 2.5?
Sub 2.
Drop your 0.5, I reckon. Just go.
I would have gone lower.
Right.
Japan might play it though. It did very well in the Japanese championships.
It did do very well.
Yeah, I think it's been found out.
I always say the same thing.
I actually think in the Japanese championship they didn't work out what was going on.
What is going on?
Always think the Japanese championships.
I don't believe you, Alex, because I heard Daichi's tier list at the time, and oh boy, it was good.
Always take their lists with a pinch of salt.
It suffers damage. Anyway.
Don't.
No. Always take their list. Always take the results with a pinch of salt. I mean, ever since for alligators.
Right, carry on.
Online
I can't be bothered to get into this. What else have we got to talk about? Joltik.
Ethan's Typhlosion.
Not real.
Yeah, don't play it if you're serious about the World Championships.
I'll put it 2% mid C.
I like it. It's fun. I just don't think it's.
Okay, so we've got 4 lists remaining. We have Zard, Dusknoir, Zard, Pidgeot, Raging Bolt, and Joltik Box. Is there anything you want to talk about specifically?
We can quickly touch on Joltik Box because we already touched on it a little bit earlier. But Joe's played it at Cup. I've been playing it quite a bit online, and obviously you've heard my kooky counts and stuff.
You're so kooky, Alex.
Oh, kooky. I just it's linear to not probably not to the Golden Goat extent, but hands is just very good. Pikachu can handle quite a lot. You can play certain cards that allow you to hit certain good numbers as well. Like Joe said, he played the future capsule, kind of increasing the Iron Hands damage so that you can stretch for like a free prize and knockout on something like a Pidgeot. You can play Vit Band, which allows Pikachu to one-hit a Gardevoir. You know, I think it's got a good amount of things going for it. It's just you need to maneuver around certain plays, which make it really difficult because you get a Joltik off. There's some times where you just have to hold. We've kind of spoken about this on the pod before. And maybe Joltik again if you get the chance. Or maybe having to try and dig deeper for those Crispins because you have to get Crispin almost every turn. to get like just back-to-back attackers off. Yeah, I don't know. I quite like it. It's probably quite boring to a lot of people, but it's a deck that's not terribly positioned, I don't think.
I think its position's really good. I actually think I would play this for Worlds if I was playing this World Championships.
That far.
Yeah.
Did you play Iron Leaves? I was saying Parisian. But
Yep. Play Leaves.
Cover the Charizard and Grimmsnarl.
For the cup, I was playing Bangle, so Galv can hit 210, and just Giga punish the I'm ignoring Joltik, which is kind of cool. I'm still between, because I think I only have a space for one more tool, so like I'm between the Bangle and the Vit Band, and even Defiance, so that you can Blood Moon Dengo. So there's a few things I want with that space, but I do really like Joltik, and it's like I think the best easy deck for the tournament, because I think Raging Bolt is going to be some of the lowest it's been, so I feel like it's the only real opportunity to take Joltik Box seriously, and I think a lot of the best players prefer playing the stage 2 setup decks. So yeah, I actually low-key really like the deck.
Yeah, super simple. Yeah, I wouldn't really know where to place it. I think it would still be B tier for me, but it'd be high B.
How many decks do we have in B right now?
So we have Dragapult, Zard, Flareon, Crustle.
That's not many.
Not too many. I don't mind Joltik top of B.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking from a standpoint of I'm not the best player in the room at the World Championships. What gives me the chance to beat the best players?
I think
Joltik Box ticks that for me.
I think what's going for it is the most linear setup deck in this Worlds format. I think it's more linear than Goldingo. Way more.
I actually don't think it is, but
I think there's arguments for either side.
its mid game gets way more flexible than Dengo. Like they both have just as linear turn 1s and 2s, but I think then the trees branch out for Box, whereas for Dengo it's the same thing.
Yeah, I suppose the variance comes in its attackers for Joltik Box, right?
Basically, when you lose your first 2 attackers, it's very different for Joltik Box to get their third attacker, how their third attacker gets going, rather than Golden Ghost evolving up and slamming another metal and looking for superiors again.
I think for me, I think it's the linear nature of what I was mentioning is just that turn 1, just the jolting charge.
Yeah, I mean it definitely has the same turn 1-2 sequence, no doubt.
Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about Raging Bolt then, and then we can get into the Zards. So I put Jolting Box 7%, high B.
7.
Yeah.
Where the hell has that come from?
As much as Dragapult Dustler.
Yeah. I think it'll have a high tier now, Jolting Box.
Why?
Because of the reasons we've been speaking about.
You think
just because I personally like it.
No, not because you personally like it, but because of the other reasons.
Getting all these Omni fans to play.
All right, fine, 6. Let's go 6.
No, less.
Fine.
Online, it's played 3%.
No, is it really?
3.37%.
All right, let's go 3.
Fine.
Fine. Raging Bolt.
We wanted a quick tier list, boys.
Raging Bolt.
So I think this is the worst Bolt's been for a while actually. Like there's still going to be the stands, and I think it'll still be popular, but I mean its online data is absolutely atrocious.
If Emily was in your chair right now, what would she be telling us?
She's hating it as well now.
She's like a local, I swear.
I know, but last week she was like, "I'm never playing Bolt again. It's time to find a new deck." Like
the stats really are.
She came crawling back. Did she?
They all come crawling back.
The thing that I found with Raging Bolt is 2 weeks ago when we were first looking at the meta in terms of a breakdown, its matchups were really kind of 50-50 across the board, but now that's kind of getting less and less. Now it's starting to become these 48s and 47s, and it's just starting to creep down ever so much. But There are
I
some.
don't know. I've had it.
there's-
I've had it on Imposter Watch for a while. I'm
There
not gonna
still are
lie.
some terrible matchups. I don't think you go into this Worlds with a bad Gardevoir matchup.
I
for
kind of feel
example.
like I've had it on Imposter Watch for like since it's been quote unquote good.
Yeah, I think we've
Also-
slacked it off for a long time, and I think
Also,
it's still in the slacking off land.
The list for me is just wild. It's a really the Noctowl list especially.
The
I
lists
really-
haven't changed since NAIC.
No, I know they haven't. But I'm just saying. I'd rather play the Turbo build if I was going to play it.
Oh,
Turbo build is favoured into the mirror because it gets to play Budgie, which is interesting.
Yeah, and you get to play catches and stuff, which is cool.
love a bit.
Oh,
of
I don't play
juicy.
catch.
I'm going to put this low B then, possibly above Flareon? Question mark.
I would put it below Flareon. I don't.
I would also put it below Flareon.
Below Crustle.
I quite like.
For
Crossing.
winning the tournament, honestly.
Considering you guys knew I played Iron Thorns at Worlds last year,
You could have been the
quite like
champ,
Crossing.
Dow. You could have been among them.
That
I
could
would
have
play
been you.
Crossle. I could consider playing Crossle at this World Championships if I was going.
Safeguard.
Yeah.
Believing in Safeguard. Raging Ball. I actually think this would be around 4%.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's still
Just because it still has
could
its
be fairly
followers.
highly played. I
It's
think you still got like the contingent from like TPC who may still bring something like this over as well
Yeah.
because it tends to do very well over there. Or has done historically better over there.
Yeah.
And you still just get people who they're looking for a deck that it's like a comfort pick. This still works
If-
for what it does, right?
If people are thinking of playing Raging Bolt, Daichi does some great videos on Raging Bolt. I think every one of his videos where he's focusing on a deck list, he's testing it against Raging Bolt. I don't know whether that's his only deck under his desk, but he's always testing something.
I think
against Raging Bolt.
I think it's just constantly popular in Japan, and it did win the Japan Championships, right? So I think that's why.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, then let's move on to the two Zard variants. So we have Zard Desmois.
Super
No.
cool. Still haven't played it enough.
Again, I tried it a little bit. In a theory, sounds fun and great, but I don't like it. I think
Yeah.
Zard Pidgeot.
I've put it below Gardevoir Jellicent in C.
Cool.
Yeah.
Is it time? Is Charizard
last
back?
one, Zard Pidgeot.
It is an NAIC
Is
winner.
Zard back?
Is it back with a Q, U, and an E?
It is an NAIC winner. You are right. But is it still doing Pokemon on hard mode?
I don't think so. I actually, again, it swings and roundabouts of how the meta shapes up. I think it's in a okay position. Its data seems so good. I mean, Zard is just a good card anyway. You can play certain techs that will help in certain matchups as well. Like we mentioned, the aforementioned Chi-Yu before. If you really wanted to have like a nice game into Golden Goes, you still have a good or favourable matchup in the Gardevoir as well. Again, we're already then talking about 20% of the room. Like that's not something to shake on. You do have a tough time into Dragapult, particularly Dragapult Dustmar, right? But
I mean, yeah.
what about the rest of the field? You probably can handle a lot of the rest of the field a bit better than some of the other decks.
Just through Zard
Because of
alone,
the
yeah.
inherent power of
Yeah.
Zard.
The historically it had a good Golden Go, it had a good Gardevoir, it had a good Miraidon. So
Raging
yeah.
Bolt.
Raging Bolt, it had a good Raging Bolt as well. And it's the only deck on our meta breakdown at the moment that will be able to utilize Pidgeot, right? So and Pidgeot, we all know how good it is. To be able to go into a tournament of this size where you want to stay as consistent as possible, it's a massive tech, isn't it? But it's whether people trust it, and again, I don't really know if it's still doing. We referred to Gabriel's win is doing Pokemon on hard mode. I think that was the quote that Joey used when he won, just because of how badly placed it was in the meta. And I don't think the meta has shifted as that much, but really on paper though it shouldn't do too bad. But I don't know.
Yeah, I finally like it. I think I think it's a
Really?
good play for Worlds.
This is Joe's B pick for Worlds after
Yeah.
Jolting Box.
I think this is solid. Yeah. Actually in favor of Zard for once.
I think it's just like if you think about the percentages that we're roughly putting up again and into those matchups, it has an all right time into those, right? What's its Grimstyle matchup like? I think it's online. It might say it's slightly
lovely,
favored,
but I mean the online data has it as almost 50-50.
Yeah.
And that's assuming Picnic and other stuff.
It depends on Grimm's setup, right? With Frostlass, I think if you can get two Frostlass up, it's much better.
Other things, Mist Energy stopping the Devo.
Yeah, I think it's really if Zard got to Devo or was forced to Candy. If it gets to Devo, I think it's pretty solid and safe in that matchup. But
yeah, okay. I'll put it B. Yeah.
Slam it in.
I'll put it above Flareon and below Dragazard.
2 or 3%.
Or above Dragazard.
I don't know if I put it above. I think I might put it above Dragazard. You know.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I would put it above Dragazard.
That's fine. Yeah, I'm comfortable.
I think it's on par with Slowpoke.
So we've covered 70% of our 70% in total. Other map predictions. That's fine.
Which is wild because there's not many other decks left.
No. Well, I don't know. We can add more.
Someone brings Palafin to World Championships.
Blaziken EX. We're back.
We're talking Matang.
Got a good golden go. Go on.
Okay. Well, that pretty much wraps it up for the tier list. Last year, that was our most views on a video ever.
Wow.
Last year's tier list. So.
And this time we've wasted the first 10 minutes talking about football.
Pump those numbers up, baby.
And then we've gone for another hour and a half, have we?
And we've gone for another hour and a half, shouting at each other.
Plenty of riffing.
Didn't even get to talk about all the World's announcements and World's news.
Do we want to talk about
of SpillTheTeaCG?
We can talk about
Joe's doing some meet and greets, but we don't have to talk about it too much. We're just highlighting for Joe because he needs people to go see him.
I would love a person to turn up. That would be special for me.
If anyone turns up into Joe's queue and whispers to him, "Spill the TCG," Joe will give you a present.
Are you on the special?
I do have presents.
Emily
got me presents for people.
Oh,
are you on the special?
If you've gone this
stickers.
What?
Emily got me some stickers.
What hall is he in?
He's in Hall C. Hall C, Friday. I can't remember what time, but he's.
If you see Cybertron's queue, mine will be significantly shorter, so just pop by.
Or if you're in Cybertron's queue, join Joe straight afterwards.
Yeah. There'll be time.
At least you can kind of sit back. You can enjoy it. You can sit back, have a cup of tea. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
If you can find a decent cup of tea.
Joe will also be a willing photographer for anyone seeing Boo, Necra, or Cybertron. If you need someone, because he's there. You know why not?
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm actually at the point where I think I'm going to bring my cube to the desk so I can do dummy packs of people because I think I'll have like 15 minutes to chat with my individual queue.
Can you just random a deck for them and you get to play one quick game?
Or at the very least, I can just sit like dummy packs of cube while no one's there. So I think that's my plan.
Oh, I've got it. I reckon if you draft at your table. I don't know what just happened there.
I think Discord just we're good.
Start a cube. Make sure Todd's in the said cube. You'll naturally have a crowd.
Yeah.
You funnel them.
Could work.
Anyway, but yeah, that's just a little bit. There's loads more information on world.pokemon.com. Feel free to go check it out. They've literally littered it with absolutely everything that you could do at the World Championships now, and as said, Joe is going to be one of those meet and greet opportunities of a lot of his Omni fans, OFs as he loves to call them.
Definitely,
yeah.
definitely check out that website because it's they put
No,
What?
not OF.
no.
What website are you suggesting right now?
Worlds.pokemon.com.
Fine. My goodness.
No.
Just to be
You will not
clear,
find Joe's
you're
tweets
not
on
promoting.
there.
No. Worlds.pokemon.com. No, they put a lot of effort into it this year. The Worlds
You're
website.
saying they
which is
did
great to
every
see.
year.
It's just good to see that they've got a lot more activities running up this year. They've got a lot more panels and special.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah,
They've got the artists signing posters. They've got guests. Yeah, they do genuinely have a lot.
There's also a really cool feature this year as well. You can actually search up the qualified competitors by region as well, which is really cool.
You've been enjoying that, haven't you?
Yeah. Just searching up regions and numbers of competitors per region as well, which is always really interesting to see.
I could have sworn you were just going through the UK.
Data head.
He's going through the UK list. He's going through the China list
I was
earlier.
going through the UK list. Yeah.
With a fine-tooth comb.
No, it's always good to see, you know. Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Well, I guess we can wrap it up.
I think we can throw it away now.
What are we up to this weekend? I've got a cup.
Cup Saturday.
Cup Saturday.
What are we playing?
I'm playing
Are we
Jolty
playing
Box.
one of the two decks? You playing Jolty Box again?
I'm probably playing Crystal now after this.
I have no cup. I wish I was playing a cup, but I'm doing more fantasy football stuff. So that's the exciting time of the season because it's about to kick off, right?
Yeah.
Oh yes.
So looking forward to that.
It's the best time of the year.
It is the best time of the year. Draft day is
Optimism.
literally like anyone who's from the US. You do drafts for NFL or whatever you guys do. I do draft for EPL. Fucking incredible. Doing it. It's 13 years now. Go strong.
Wow.
We've just increased the buy-in. Not to everyone's agreement, but it's happening.
Is it 50 quid?
It's 200 or 250.
Ooh.
No. It's a year's commitment, right?
Yeah. All right.
We are setting forfeit for a person who finishes bottom for the first time. We need to get that agreed because last year we wanted one, and it was Oliver Fenley who refused to wear his opposing team's full kit because he doesn't recognise them as a football club. He's an AFC Wimbledon fan. His obviously Milton Keynes Don's kit, and he immediately said, "I'm not doing that." But he didn't lose anyway, but still refused. So then other people refused. We'll do the usual. I think the forfeit will be the usual 24 hours in a eatery, most likely in Mackey's.
Nice.
You get to shorten the time every time you have a meal, or 20 nugs or something. So yeah.
Very good.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for tuning in to Spill the TCG. We'll be back out with you in another couple of weeks after Worlds then. So we'll unpack everything that's happened over there in Anaheim. We wish Joe all the best on his travels. Speak to you next time. Ciao.